On April 10, 1912, the Titanic set sail from Southampton, England. Thousands of passengers, hoping for a safe voyage to New York, were aboard the immense ocean liner. 3 days into the voyage, the ship encountered an iceberg in the Atlantic Ocean. The crew was quick to react, but couldn't turn the Titanic away in time. The iceberg scraped along the side of the ship, damaging it in several places. 5 of the forward compartments flooded with icy Atlantic Ocean water. The ship began to sink at an alarmingly rapid rate. The captain ordered passengers to abandon the liner and get on the overcrowded lifeboats. In a matter of hours, the Titanic was lost in the depths of the sea. Many of those aboard did not survive the incident, including the captain. Survivors of the incident reported what happened in the moments leading up to the sinking of the ship. Many of them were in utter shock and disbelief. The aftermath of the tragedy caused great sadness and sorrow throughout the world. Families were mourning the loss of their loved ones and many were struggling to cope with the situation. It was estimated that only a fraction of people aboard the Titanic survived the incident. People were left with unanswered questions and much sorrow. Investigations into the cause of the incident revealed that the Titanic was traveling too fast for the ice conditions. Other potential contributing factors included improper supply loading and inadequate watch systems. The Titanic was the largest and most luxurious ocean liner ever built at the time. It was thought to be unsinkable, but tragedy ensued in spite of the efforts of the crew. No other accident caused such a tremendous loss of life until the 1985 sinking of the MS Herald of Free Enterprise. Titanic survivors recalled the luxury of the ship, as well as the somber mood in the aftermath of the incident. Most of them were left heartbroken and never fully recovered from the tragedy. News of the sinking of the Titanic immediately caused an outpouring of sympathy and support for the families of the victims. Donations flooded in to help those affected by the incident and to give aid to the survivors. There was even a Titanic relief fund established to help those affected by the tragedy. Many books, films, and documentaries were produced about the incident. It remained one of the greatest maritime disasters of all time. The discovery of the Titanic wreck on the ocean floor in 1985 revealed details of the incident, which allowed investigators to piece together some of the events that led to the disastrous sinking. Experts studied the wreckage to determine how the ship was constructed and how the incident unfolded. It was also thought that the Titanic could have been saved had the right procedures been followed. However, many of these procedures weren't in place in 1912. In 2009, the Titanic's final passenger list was released, containing the names of all those aboard the ship when it sank. There were many mistakes made by the crew before, during and after the incident, which result in infinite repercussions. Investigations eventually revealed that White Star Line, the company that owned the Titanic, was grossly negligent in its duty to passengers, failing to adhere to the necessary safety protocols. After the incident, maritime laws were changed to reduce risk of similar disasters. Redundant wireless systems were implemented in ships to help in emergencies. Some of the survivors used their platform to make a difference in the world, creating charities and organizations to help build a better, safer future. A monument called the Memorial to the Victims of the Titanic was built in Belfast, Northern Ireland in 1912 to commemorate the souls who lost their lives in the disaster. The sinking of the Titanic could have been prevented by better practices and more carefulness. In the aftermath of the incident, people looked back to learn from the tragedy and prevent it from happening again.